Wait, what time was it again? Oh yeah, that's right. It's Mortal Kombat time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today I'm gonna have a look at the Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat Shao Kahn in his big ass box. Why is it a big ass box? Because he has the throne and everything. And on top of all that, he's a big, bulky dude. I mean, long awaited. I don't know. I'm super stoked for this one. Finally, we're getting some more Mortal Kombat that's not a ninja. I mean, ninjas are cool. But honestly, as far as figures go, ninjas are just repaints. You do repaint and you do other accessories. So now we finally get Shao Kahn, and I'm not gonna talk any longer. I'm gonna have him out of the box right now. Just look at this giant beast. They definitely have the menacing look down. I can tell you that much. Now, how giant is he actually? Let's have a look at the size. He stands over 20 centimeters, well, basically 20 centimeters to the top of his helmet, which means 8 inches tall, and then definitely nailed the look. Now here's a couple of things, I don't know, I really have to look into this because some things I agree with right now, other things I still kind of have to think about if I think it's good or not. So overall design is great. You got the big shiny helmet, which is completely soft plastic, and that's the thing. Everything is completely soft plastic. The shoulders, they will just flap around, and the helmet, now while it stays on there, it's completely flappy, and I'm not so sure about that. I mean, overall it looks good. Let me give you a look at the detail over here, the golden line, which is very nicely molded, clean paint job, and there's even some shading in the red and the metallic, really shining off of the light. And the face, he has this weird evil face. He has what seems to be hands on his forehead. Yeah, it looks disgusting. I'm definitely going to keep the helmet on. But it's cool that they did that. However, it looks like there's the paint. He has gray on his face, probably from the helmet. So that's not cool. I mean, the mold is good. Paint job in the eyes is very clean. Has small eyes and a face. I mean, it looks ugly, it looks menacing, and it looks how it should be, except for the silver on it from the helmet again. Now looking at the shoulder pads, it's the same thing like the helmet, soft plastic. It's weird, however it looks very, very good. I mean, it's good for the spikes, they won't break off, you won't hurt yourself on it. Has some shading in the red, golden line, and I mean, really, it looks good. Like, to put it in place, you're not gonna have that much to play around with, because it's always flopping back. We have the harness in the middle with the skull on it. Muscle work, muscle detail is fantastic. I mean, Storm, they know what they're doing when it comes to that. All the biceps, triceps, the abs, and the chest, and I want to have a look at the metallic over here. Of course, also soft plastic. Seems a little bit out of place. Let me pull it a little bit to the side. So yeah, got that down to the belt. You got a butt pantsu. Do I call this pantsu? I mean, I call it pantsu for the ladies. So yeah, I guess. Then we got another skull over here. Nice. I mean, the bolts in the red, man. Yeah, can you see anyone that's a little offline? I don't. That's pretty good. Spikes, little claw in the hand, and also the nicely molded and very nicely painted armor detail with spikes on the forearms. Down to the knees, we got some more spikes and golden with bit more shading in it. Now I don't know though what happened with the paint around his shin pads over here. This is clearly off, and it's like that on both sides. Well, they are molded together. This is not just put on there. It's kind of weird. Why just not mold the thing that goes around in black and then glue the shin pads on there instead of molding the entire piece and effing up the paint like that? Boy. Speaking of shading, it's a little light on the skin tone though. I really praise them for doing like the dirt effect, and there's some of it in some wrinkles, but not really that much going on for this guy, which I think is kind of weird. I mean, he should be. I would really like the dirt look on this guy because he's Shao Kahn. He's a dirty dude. So for your accessories, first of all, you got a different face, the gritting T-face, angry gritting T-face. Doesn't have any silver on it yet, so that's good for now. But I feel like it's gonna flake off on every face. You have two pointy fingers, very important for him, pointing at your opponent.
You weak, pathetic fool.
Then you got the open hands, well, more like a little bit grappler stuff. You got holding hands, all soft plastic. Again, I mean, I mentioned it before, but let me mention it again. That's very good for your grip, it's very easy. And to fist hands, he had the open hands on the figure. And then he got his hammer, his mallet. It is kind of heavy, honestly, a little bit. He has blood on it, the Mortal Kombat symbol. I mean, this thing, it almost looks like a real hammer. And because it has some weight to it, a little bit, I really enjoy that. I love the blood spatters. This is sharp, although it's a little bit bent. I'm not sure it's supposed to be. It doesn't really distract, regardless. Got the handle with the golden lines, and yeah. I mean, as far as paint job on metal stuff goes, I think Storm Collectibles should get an award for that. I mean, I love how this looks. It really looks like real metal, and it has been used. Well, what's this thing in the background? It's the throne. I mean, that's really caught me off guard. I didn't know if they're gonna add this when they took all the promo shots for it. You know, things with these, you can always think like, oh, probably just for display, for cons and whatnot. Because they do that a lot. I mean, I've seen so many Dragon Ball SH figure on display where you see a bunch of cool stuff that you're never gonna get. Regardless of that, this thing is very, very nicely done, nicely molded, paint job on it. I mean, like I said, just like with the metal, there's this worn look, some color flaking off over there, which is made intentional. And yeah, this really looks like rock, especially over here with the brighter parts. And you got the Mortal Kombat logo in the back with more detail going on, and yeah. The one thing though, it is a weird type of plastic. It's like a dog's toy, like a toy that your dog can chew. If you don't like the throne, you can throw it to your dog. You can probably chew on it. So yeah, it is hollow and it is soft-ish. But hey, for the price point, I'm not really surprised and I can't really complain. I mean, if this was all like hard plastic, super nice material, it would cost a lot more. So I kind of like the idea. So we're gonna make the throne, but we're gonna just use a bit of a cheaper material. But that doesn't really distract from the look of it, so I'm fine with it. And you know, it's always fun to have a little bit of a size comparison. So here we go. I just got Noob Saibot out next to Shao Kahn. Yeah. Scale-wise, this, from what I can remember, is accurate because he is very tall. It's kind of deceiving, but look at Mortal Kombat 3 when you fight him. And he's just like standing there, and basically he dwarfs every character. But here's the crossover you really want to see when it comes to Storm Collectibles right now. Geef. They basically have the same size, and Geef is just a little bit wider in the torso area. His arms are bigger though, but yeah, I mean, this. What a picture! Two guys walk into a bar. Everybody runs out of the bar, and yeah, that's these guys. I will show you muscle power, you weak, pathetic fool. This is my review. Get out of here, okay? One final look at the Emperor of Outworld. Now, final thoughts. What do I think about this figure? And I made up my mind about a couple of things. First and foremost, soft plastic helmet. It does snap into place fairly nicely, but the fact that the color is flaking off is a huge no-go. Honestly, I'd rather have a different hat with the helmet on and one without the helmet, and there you go. Same thing for the shoulder pads. I rather would have had them be hard plastic and have holes in the torso somewhere, because it is connected to the belt, and it is a bit cumbersome to get them back in there, and you really have to pull the belt down to a certain position. I still think they like flop a little bit too much. It's not the worst thing in the world, but still, I just would have preferred hard plastic for that. It's fine for the belt. It's fine for the loincloth for this, which is floaty, by the way. I didn't mention that, but there you go. And I mean, it's fine for the rest as well. You can also move that around, and the knee pad, you can move those all around. Sorry, I kind of forgot because I mean, it's like that for all the Storm Collectibles figures. So I mean, if you're new to that, you don't know it. So apologies. But overall, let me wrap up my thoughts over here. Overall, this figure still looks fantastic, and what they did with the neck, I really like it, that it snaps into place. It's a little bit limited, but still good. And you get a throne, you get the hammer, you get a bunch of hands, and the value of this guy, he clocks in, I think, a little under $100, but can't really complain with the size, the articulation, and the added bonus of a throne and the hands and whatnot. So, but yeah, I mean, I do recommend this guy. He has some small flaws. I mean, the paint wearing off is, but still, overall package is very nice. He looks great, articulation's good, and accessories, you got a throne. You got a throne. Alright, what more do you want? So there you go, that's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, gameplay stuff, and whatever Shao Kahn wants.